ये दायों में तो नहीं कहा मैंने पहले।
हाँ क्योंकि हॉस्पिटैलिटी वाले ही हैं।
हाँ जी हाँ जी। सिक्योरिटी रीजन की वजह से लेट्स मेक अ वीडियो यू नो।
आपका ये लतीफ़ा रिकॉर्ड हो गया, मेरी मिसेज ने हंसना है। हाँ जी।
We call it good weather whenever it rains in Pakistan.
Well, we get excited.
Forget. And they've agreed. They've called peace through to the vote. I didn't see London for 2 weeks because it was nothing. It was heavy, heavy fogs. And this is the first city in the world of consequence to ban completely coal-fires. And you see everybody was heating, exposed by coal-fires, and heating. When you consider a city of about 8 million. Let me give you that first. Yeah, 1300.
नहीं कम से कम ये तो प्रूफ होगा ना कि खातून नहीं आई थी लेने।
आपके पीछे खड़ी है जो।
Okay, so it means how much do I have to give?
1100.
So that's
11 people.
and
And what about the extra 160?
The 260 is what you give to taxes. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
हिस्टोरिकल साइट्स की विजिट के लिए 4-5 days. मैंने मूवी बनाई है। हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, ये तो नहीं हो जाएगी ना, साथ-साथ लैपटॉप में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगी। डिस्प्ले वाला लाए, डिस्प्ले वाला लाए,
खुद आए
इस्लामाबाद में मिलेगी। जाने में मिला था। उसमें राइटर नहीं है ना सीडी, ये इधर ब्रिटिश काउंसिल वाला है।
Sorry about that, I didn't expect him to snap the brakes on. Yeah, well, they work, that's the main thing. Yeah.
It's quite needed. Yeah.
All our programs are very busy. We hope innovation time comes.
This time I'm trying my level best to at least keep the nights free. Yeah, that is why I've just opted for
साढ़े में एक बंदा मार के निकल जाता है, कोई दिमाग नहीं करता। रिपोर्ट दे रही है ना पूरी।
I'll discuss this with I'll discuss this with Adrian and then we can because I can at maximum company one interview anything extra that has to be
वही मैं बोल
paid out as
तो अंदर जाते बाहर आते और वो तो अभी तो वैसे इम्पोलाइट पे बस हमको उर्दू के जुमले में जूता उतारो अगर जूता उतारो वापस जाओ पीछे जाओ जूता
like so the dinner is on Wednesday 25th because I can have a final discussion with Adrian. Yeah, I'll say these they're all. Yeah, rest
We get the artists.
that would be excellent. Especially the nearby areas. So that, you know, I just had a look at the website of Shane Shukla. It's confident. It's right opposite to the British Museum.
I know. You've got to go inside of the house. As you go into the main hall, there's a huge magic hall. Just a few years ago, it used to be where the British Library was. This museum is the Victoria and Albert Museum, and two of you are going to. Two of our
Yes,
people are
it
going.
was on the program.
Yes, and the gate you go into is at the very end where that green.
On this road, but at the
Yes,
very end?
yeah.
Okay.
But you can see all these people have been into the hotel, into the museums today, and very, very popular. And we've got a lot of French students by the look of it here, and Italians and Dutch.
Half term for them as well.
Yes, half term for them. And it's so easy getting here now on the Eurostar train. It's half the price and half the time. So this is a great museum. It's all about design through the ages. A fantastic place. This is the staff entrance here on the left, just here. Just. And this is known as the Knightsbridge area of London, and we'll be passing up here Harrods, which is a shop that you can certainly go and shop in there if you've got enough money.
For that seat as well.
Sure.
shops are open on Sundays, but only for 5 hours. The rest of the week, we've got late night shopping on Thursdays. A lot of the shops are open till 6, 8. Some are open till 8. Languages spoken. One of London's divided into 33 local councils, but one of them decided to count the number of languages spoken by the children at primary school level. Want to guess how many languages there came up? 203.
Very different cultures. Yeah.
Now this is a very expensive street, so if you have a wife who wants to look at this street, you bring them down when all the shops are closed and it's window shopping only. And this restaurant on the left, this is what's a favourite of Princess Diana and her sort of friends. The big church here is a Scottish church.
What is this street called?
This is called Beecham Place. It's spelled Beauchamp in French. Yeah, Beau means beautiful, champ means field. And we pronounce it Beecham, nothing like what it's spelled at all. But you know what the English language is like.
Hello. We're not there yet. I'll call you when I get there.
This is a very expensive area here, out of Chelsea. You won't see any police on the streets, certainly no soldiers. Now police anyway, because they're streets are armed. We get a few around here because of Robert embassies. And in fact, the Pakistan embassy is just the other side of these buildings. There's the Danish embassy here. And we've got a lot of roadworks in London because we're having to replace all the water mains. Because a lot of them were put in 120 years ago. The weight of them.
Sorry, you're going to have to move a minute.
They've got a Bahraini embassy here. There's all sorts of embassies.
Embassy area.
Well, they're the only people who ought to be there. That's Argentina. See down there. This is Belgium. Where we're coming up to now is called Hyde Park Corner. And this is originally where they used to measure everything distance to London. It's actually been moved slightly, yes. And this is over there is Buckingham Palace, and there's the biggest private garden in London. And, you know, it hasn't really been disturbed or built over. So there are spiders, all sorts of little fauna things which don't appear anywhere else in the world. On the top here is Hyde Park. We've got a lot of parks in London. You go all the way through. There's parks on both sides down here, and we close the roads through the parks down here on the Sunday because people come walking, and you know people come and meet their sort of friends, or the Americans would come to play baseball, the Filipinos would come and meet them.
Monument?
Yes, it's just a triumphal arch really, which I think we stole from the French or something like this. You remember? This street we're coming into here is Piccadilly. And the park on the right-hand side there is called Green Park. And the reason it's green is there are no flowers in it, except daffodils will come up because they come from the grass. And the reason there are no flowers in it is because the palace at the moment here, James's Palace, is where the king lived. And King Charles II, about 1660, yeah, he was very fond of the ladies, and he kept on picking the flowers to give to a lady to say, I'd encourage you to talk to you later on in the evening. His wife found out, got hold of the gardeners and said, take all these flower beds up and just put grass down, and that's why it's called Green Park. The trouble with a Sunday is you're trying to get through. We have very strict traffic control. We pay congestion charges. You can't park. But on Sunday, they can come in free without having to pay £8, and they can park when it's a single yellow line. If you're on double red lines, you get turned into space.
That was just an off-and-on discussion regarding the overall quality. Basically, the program was to develop and finalize by the consultants, if we have mind, because they are the one best positioned. This visit is for one is to get the trainings regarding defining the competence standards for each stand, each segment. And the other one is to give them an overview about PPE.
Well, you'll get all that. Every meeting. Education is free. About the invention. I showed him a statue of somebody. King's head. And I would drop off. I said, education is free. Medical services are free. They're not free in China. And I said, you can't get to big museums now. You've got to make it work, but the Queen has had this way. I said, because you know she's very well respected, she doesn't have politics. But she's there. Radio we're coming to is Piccadilly Circus up here. And do this with this bus, unfortunately, too much, and there's all these people come up to the shops and park it, and they don't know their way round. It's Monday to Friday, everything moves, it's got much more traffic, but less complication. And even the underground ball are absolutely packed.
Yeah.
Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday, yeah. There's Parliament down there. You see the building. And the street we're in now, Shaftesbury Avenue, we're literally very near your hotel. You see, we've got these bendy buses here which don't help.
Which are pine.
They're meant to be so that you can go under low bridges. But funny enough, where these buses go, there are no bridges. This is where the theatres are. Quite a lot of them. The area on the left is called Soho.
And the area on the right is Chinatown.
Just come up to, not this street, but the next street after that, you find that these street signs are written in Chinese as well as English.
Right.
Because
Chinese.
that's Wardour Street, and if you translate the Chinese underneath, it says Wardour Street. There's dozens of Chinese restaurants here. That's quite a cheap place to eat, just here. You can see the arch and so on. And because we have Chinese here, the school children love it when we have Chinese New Year. Because the schools in London are so mixed with the different sorts of celebrations. I mean, you can have Eid, that's celebrated. You'll have a Greek New Year, Diwali, everything, Christmas. So, some of the children in rural areas have no idea what it's all about. And this area on the right here, because I'm just pointing it out because literally it's within 5 minutes walk of your hotel. If you go down this street on the right here, it's a sort of semi-pedestrianised one here. It's called that one over there, Neal Street. You come into what is known as Covent Garden. That is full of life. Lots of things going on. It used to be a big marketplace. It's full of small shops. Very, very good.
Magic. Every night from 8. Only on Magic 105.4. Travel news on Magic 105.4.
Regent Street in West End looking for heavy right down to northbound.
We've got a few cafes and restaurants down here.
Cambridge Road heading both ways at the Carterhash Lane junction. In Waterloo, York Road is still jamming the
The next street over there is what
Finally, the district line that's suspended right now between Turnham Green and Ealing Broadway. That's the
but if
latest
you like
at
me, I go to the
4:27
station
here
now.
on
I
Magic.
walk around. So it's
That's the best.
Yeah, that's the best.
Just need to get hold of the map.
yeah, I'll give you maps when we get to the hotel. And it's, you know, you enjoy it. But always look up because you look at the top of buildings, they're all different. Great architecture stuff. And there's a whole juxtaposition. You look down one street and see 400 different years of architecture. An awful lot got bombed in the war. Then the authorities in the 1960s pulled down beautiful buildings as ghastly things up. That's what I've got. water, you see, these are 1800. These are about 1780. These buildings there. This one over here is made in 1920. Should be those offices. And in this borough of Westminster, there were just about 100 reserved spaces. Some are smaller, some are bigger. Where you are, you see those buildings up there. You went out to there. Now here's the British Museum, just in front of you.
This one?
You won't be able to get into it tonight because it's, you will tomorrow.
Normally,
About 10 in the morning till about 6. And here's your hotel.
Which
So I
one?
think you
Oh,
can
okay.
walk around to the British Museum quite happily.
yeah, you were right. I think we can definitely jump.
Yeah.